I know I can use AI to write code, but can I use it to manage my projects too? I do all this stuff on GitHub. Can it help me with that?
Techie Tiger! Heck yes, it can! In this video, I will show you how to use AI to automate all kinds of the Git processes that you use in your daily coding workflow. And if you're like, what is that? No worries, my friend. Basically, GitHub is a tool that allows us to store and manage and update our projects without worrying about collisions when other people are working on them, or sometimes if we make a mistake, we want to roll things back. Is a really handy tool, even if you've never used it before. I'll show you how to use AI to do things like submit PRs, which is basically I make a change over here and I want to make an update to my main project without breaking all the things. I'll show you how to use AI to review those PRs to help you figure out where your attention is best suited, or if you want to go YOLO mode, you can set up the AI to approve PRs. Ooh, and then third, you can also use AI to address comments in the PR. So you don't have to be like, I need to update this simple logic error because I misspelled things, or, other big issues. So I'll show you two different tools. We'll start in VS Code by making an update to the LoveBot project we looked at in AI Coding 102. And then I'll show you a little bit of GitHub Copilot CLI, which is a really handy dandy tool to help really automate a lot of the GitHub stuff. It integrates very nicely. You can also use Claude CLI if you would prefer. Okay, so I'm going to stop talking and let's start a coding. Yay! And here we are in VS Code in our LoveBot project. So my project was doing all fine and dandy. It was posting to Blue Sky with some nice, just really lovely quotes that bring me so much joy. Honestly, I've had some stressful moments the last few weeks, and I am like, oh yeah, LoveBot, and it's really helped. So I love being able to build projects that make me feel better and hopefully make other people feel better. But they broke. No, it broke. I had to go and fix it because I forgot to do my 2-week post generation review mechanism thingy. I decided that I wanted to make sure that I could have a chance to review the content that the AI was generating because, like, it doesn't know what love is. That's okay. It's a handy tool. So I wanted to put the human in the loop and verify the content that it generated every 2 weeks. But I've done that for, 2 sets of posts. And now I actually feel pretty confident that it's got the gist and it can just go and keep posting, and then I don't have to come in and manually click buttons and review and read things. If it goes off the rails, I will see it on Blue Sky. I will come and I will fix things and I'll take it down and we'll go back to manually reviewing again. But I trust the project because we've done it for 4 weeks now and it's all good. And so I actually want to just get rid of me being in the loop because I'm seeing the posts anyway. So I want to make an update to my project without breaking it. So I'm going to use agent mode for that. I'm going to say, help me update the project so that I don't have to review posts anymore. Let's make it so that new posts are auto generated every 2 weeks. Is that possible? Is there a better way to do this so that there's no risk of the project breaking? Breaking, it doesn't really matter with misspells because the AI can figure it out. Project breaking because of lack of content to post. Okay, so then we'll let the AI noodle a little bit and we can take a look at some of the posts that we just generated. Okay, so I really like this one. You're allowed to be both a masterpiece and a work in progress. Self-love isn't earned through perfection. It's practiced in the ordinary moments of each day. Oh, that's super real. What else? Honesty without compassion is cruelty. Compassion without honesty is flattery. Love holds both truth and tenderness together. Oh, real. Super real. Yeah, goodness. Okay, so That's our post. It's gonna, oh, it's going through some options. Okay. Maybe we will speed this up in the final take. All right, and we're back. So it was actually really interesting because, you can go back and look at all the things if you want. But basically, because I included the, hey, is this possible? Is there a better way to do this? Instead of me prescribing to the system, like, we have to do it this way, I'm leaving it open-ended so that the AI can kind of go poke around, explore different possible threads, and then come back with a best course of action plan. And so that's what it did. So the original workflow was AI generates, you review, or I review, I approve, I commit. And so human delay causing the queue to drain, which is exactly what happened and why my project broke over the weekend, because I was out flouncing around on rocks out in the desert. It's important to go outside and not be on the computer having to review things every 2 weeks. And so the system, or I should say the AI, added 2 layers, which is super cool. So every 2 weeks, it runs a cron job to automatically generate 14 posts. And then it has a reactive, like every post is running and it kind of double checks to make sure that there's content. So that's pretty cool. And I like that it tells me there are still some remaining risks. It could still break. This isn't, a super critical project, so I will accept that. If it is a super critical project, then you're like, thank you for telling me. Let's keep working at this and make a better solution. So now what I'm going to say, if you want to, you can go through and you can look at the new content in green. All that stuff is in green. You can choose which files to keep or not keep if it did something funky, which it has sometimes. So again, if you're doing production systems, keep an eye on things. But let's have it say, okay, let's say I kind of take a look at what it did. I read through the plan. I'm like, yeah, that looks good. Okay, great. Please open a PR on main and include an appropriate, whatever, thorough summary so that a reviewer can understand what was done and why. Ha! Okay, so we're going to open a pull request on our GitHub project so that we can revert if something breaks. For this particular change, this is a big change to the fundamental design of the project. I am effectively saying, okay, AI, I trust you to generate the content and do all the things. I'm going to allow all commands in the session because I trust it. But if something goes wrong, like I mentioned, I want to be able to revert back to a known functional system. And so by opening a pull request, which is basically like, hey, I want to make a major edit to your project. If that major edit breaks something, I can be like, yoink, rip it out of my code and go back to square one. And then, you can redo it. And if you were doing this in a production system, you would run it in a test environment and not on the actual thing. But woo, YOLO, this is a fun project. You know how to run, you know how to do the things. I'm showing you just like the AI workflow here. So we got our pull request. All right, what's up? Okay, so it's a draft pull request. And it auto created a branch, which I love because I always break branches in GitHub and I don't have to do that anymore. And I can take a look at all the things, but I'm gonna create the pull request because again, YOLO! And here is my second point. So I had VS Code Copilot open this PR. Check this out. I can request a review from Copilot. You can also set up Claude. I don't know if this is gonna work, but I'm gonna try. Oh, I think it did work. Hold on, wait for it, maybe. maybe. Let's try refreshing. Claude reacts with the little eyes emoji when it reviews, and it's really cute. So Copilot started reviewing. Okay, that's great. Let's see. So we can see the files that are changed, but again, I'm not in the mind of reading code anymore because I can have the AI read the code for me, call out things that require my attention, and then everything else I let the AI run. Um, and so we're gonna have to wait a little bit. I'll just assign myself. Why not? Hold myself accountable here. There is an open question, right? Of like, who's responsible for the code? I'm responsible for the code. Definitely responsible for the code. So if this was a project that really mattered or could potentially harm people, or, if the system did something off the rails, it could have negative consequences, I would be a lot more rigorous. However, I will say the AI is quite good at reviewing code. I actually like to include both Copilot and Claude because Copilot catches a lot of those kind of smaller inconsistencies. It also is quite good at checking across your code base and catching things like, oh, this function was misnamed. I think it should be this one, or this is redundant, or this might cause errors or unexpected consequences. It does a really good job kind of catching like those types of errors. And then Claude is quite good at catching like high level things like the design of your system is flawed. You should fix that. And so having both Claude and Copilot review your code changes provides a pretty rigorous and thorough examination of your code. And then, of course, you can also set up GitHub workflows to automatically run CI checks, to run security checks, that type of thing. I'm not going to cover that in this video, but you can just point Claude or point Copilot at it and be like, hey, I have to run all of these tests manually, just automate them for me. And so every time you open a PR, you can automate that. Here we go. Okay, so I don't think that Claude is set up on my personal GitHub account, but you can do that. I'm not going to get into that in this video. Copilot left a PR review and it left some comments. And so I'm like, oh, I don't want to go through and deal with those. They're probably pretty good comments though. Let's just take a look at one. Omits responsibility pillar. Even though the repo stated 7 pillars of love, this means generated batches won't cover all 7 pillars. Okay, responsibility is interesting. Okay. Uh, I didn't read the code. And so it's like catching some things where it's like, hey, the content that it's going to generate is incomplete. So I'm going to go back and be like, hey, Copilot left some comments on the PR. Please review and fix these. Mark all the comments as, actually, okay, I will say, left some comments on the PR. Please review and address critical issues. Because sometimes the comments are just like, I don't need to fix that. That's fine. It's not a real issue. Mark all the comments as resolved with an explanation as to what was done and why, or if the comment was skipped, why it was skipped. Boop. Okay. And now we wait again. We go off and make some tea, or we go and start another project, or we go and review something else. We go and do something else while the AI is doing work for us. Yeah. Oh, there we go. Okay. So check this out. Fixed and commit, added lovebot target limit. So basically it was like, we don't want to generate content that's at the max character limit. We should have a little bit of a buffer there, which for the next demo using Copilot CLI, this is handy. I'm very happy that it did that. It messed up a bit and it sent the comment twice, but that's okay. That's not a big deal. It is a little, I do wish that it would not necessarily show my name when it opens, when we open the Copilot CLI, that'll get fixed a bit. So, but hey, okay, all comments are resolved. Check that out. Nice, thank you. And then it gives me a what was addressed in a very poorly formatted table. It did good though. I'm really proud of that tool. All right, so we are gonna merge the pull request, which basically is like we take my edits and we push them into my main. I am gonna, do I need to keep the branch? Sure, why not? I should probably delete it. That's good hygiene, but just in case. Okay, so now this whole thing should be automated and I should not have to, I should not be the barrier to getting all of the really, really lovely content posted on Blue Sky. So you can see there was 3 days ago and then 41 minutes ago, right before I started the video, I fixed it. So I don't wanna have us skip content again because apparently Sunday's theme is self-care, and I was like, I need that. Let's not skip another Sunday. Okay, so that is basically how you can use VS Code to help you automate the Git process. Pretty sweet, right? Haha, yeah, you're like, oh, you don't have to address comments. Hey. Absolutely. Have the AI help you out here. And again, it allows you to do the things that are frustrating or really time consuming and help you focus on the things that really matter, that really truly need your attention. So I want to end by doing a little demo of the GitHub Copilot CLI, which is super duper cool.